Back to Face the Nation, I'm John Dickerson. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders joins us now from Rochester, Minnesota. Senator, it was a disappointing loss in South Carolina last night. Coming up, there's Georgia, Virginia, Texas. When analysts look at that map, they say there's not a plausible path for you to the nomination. What's your response?
Well, my response is that I'm in Minnesota. I think we're going to win here in Minnesota. I think we're going to win in Colorado. I think we're going to win in Oklahoma. I think we're going to do really well in Massachusetts, and I think we're going to win in Vermont. And I think we got a number of states coming up that we're going to do extremely well and possibly winning, including California and New York State. So I think we do have a path to victory. Now, I won't tell you that we didn't get beaten and beaten very badly yesterday in South Carolina. I congratulate Secretary Clinton on her victory. But, John, I think for us that is about as bad as it's going to get.
When you look at the progress you've made, which surpasses all analysts who would have looked at your campaign from the beginning, right, even given the progress you've made, is there enough time left? I mean, you've mentioned some places where you think you've done well, but isn't time kind of running out?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think you got, on Tuesday, we're going to have over 800 delegates being selected. And I think we're going to win a very good share of those delegates. I think you got major states coming up. And I think the important point is that people throughout this country are resonating to our message. And the message is that super PACs and a corrupt campaign finance system are destroying American democracy. We're proud that we have received 4 million individual contributions, more than any candidate in American history at this point. And I think, John, people understand that the economy is rigged. They're working longer hours for low wages. All new income and wealth, almost all, is going to the people on top. That is why we are doing well. And I'll tell you something, even in South Carolina, as badly as we did, and we did very badly, we won the votes of people 29 years of age or younger. The future of the Democratic Party, the future of this country, is involving young people in the political process, getting them to stand up for their rights, dealing with student debt, which I got to tell you is just crushing people all over this country, making public colleges and universities tuition-free. Those are the ideas we are bringing out, demanding the wealthy and large corporations start paying their fair share of taxes. This is what younger people, working-class people want. That is the future of the Democratic Party.
But in order to create the kind of movement you've been suggesting and that you want, you're going to need to attract African-American voters, and your economic justice message just didn't seem to hit home in South Carolina and in other places. Isn't that a kind of a fatal flaw?
Well, no question. I mean, let me be very clear. We did really, really badly with older African-American voters. I mean, we got decimated. On the other hand, if you look at the younger people, African-American younger people and whites, we did much better. So again, I think our message, the Clinton campaign, was very strong. Remember, this is their 4th campaign in South Carolina, 2 for Bill Clinton, 2 for Hillary Clinton. They had it well organized. They did well, and I congratulate them. We came into that state, it's something like 7–8% in the polls. It was a tough road for us to hoe. But I want to thank all of our supporters, the members of the South Carolina State Legislature who stuck with us.
Let me ask.
But we are confident in the future. Yeah.
Our polls show that one bright spot for you is that a big majority think that you are more honest and trustworthy than Hillary Clinton. What does it say to you, though, that voters may believe that and yet are voting for Hillary Clinton?
Well, I think people cast their votes for a number of reasons. I think if you look at your polls, you'll probably find that many, many people think that our views are closer to what they believe the future of America should be, that our views are closer on economic issues. A lot of those polls come down to demographics, to age, to how much money you are making. Look, at the bottom line is we started this campaign, John, 3% in the polls. In the last 2 weeks, there have been some national polls that actually had us in the lead or reasonably close to Secretary Clinton. If you were with me yesterday in Texas, you would have seen 10,000 people out in Austin, 8,000 people out in Dallas. We had a wonderful turnout here in Rochester, Minnesota last night. I believe we have a lot of momentum. You know, sometimes the media says, well, this state had an election, it's the end of the campaign. It is not. We have dozens of more states to go. We're feeling good about the future.
All right, Senator Bernie Sanders, thanks so much for being with us. And we'll be back with more numbers from our CBS News Battleground track.